Good evening, everyone. This is Aaron, the average keto carnivore-ish guy. Yeah, someday I'll get that name down right. I've only been using it for like 7 or 8 weeks now, so geesh. So hope everyone's having a good start to the week here. I know I normally get these videos out on Monday. Just hey, I between work, umpiring, doing a lot of overtime. Just didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. No big deal. I did my weigh-in as always on Monday, and I'll share that result with you in just a few minutes. Um, but I'm feeling really good. Energy-wise, I've been feeling great. Um, I've been able to cut back a little bit on the snacking. Nothing too major when it comes to the snacking, so that's definitely very positive. Some of these angles don't show it when I'm doing these videos like this up close, but I can definitely see it in the mirror that the weight is going down, getting a little bit thinner in the face. I can definitely feel it in some of my umpire gear. I said that a couple weeks ago. Like, I don't want to have to buy new umpire gear just to fit into it, when I plan on losing the weight. So I'm getting there. I'm not quite where I want to be. I definitely want to be a lot less and a lot less inches, but definitely feeling more closer to where I was at the end of last season, which is a good thing. Staying positive. Still no cheating on the pop and energy drinks. Even though at the very beginning I said it wasn't cheating, I'm just choosing not to drink soda and energy drinks, even though I said it's not off limits. I'm just proud of myself that I've been able to do it now for, is this week 7 or 8? I got to go back and look. I can't keep track, but I have never gone this long without drinking soda. Energy drinks, yeah, but soda, it's amazing. I've been drinking a little bit more coffee again lately, a little bit less water. So I got to get those numbers back. I got to get more water intake, make sure I'm getting my electrolytes. Um, Try and cut back on the coffee. But today was, yesterday was very busy with games and working. Today, Riley had a playoff game tonight, so they played their first playoff game and they won. So she had a nice big hit in the game, so that was fun. But then I had to take my son shopping. We had to go get him some clothes, so I didn't have time to really cook. So I did make a stop at McDonald's here. I'll show you. There we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 burger patties here with a little bit of butter on top. Hey, like I said, this isn't going to be 100% clean carnivore. Are there better choices out there? Would I be better just getting ground beef? But and making a patty, yeah. But this was quick. This was convenient, and this is better than eating anything else I'm going to find elsewhere. And they just use beef. That's all McDonald's uses is beef. So there's nothing else in there. A little bit of salt on top, and so that's perfectly fine on the carnivore diet. I don't mind doing it. I don't do it often. But hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. The nice thing is this is 6 of these patties. I'll most likely eat them all. But I already shared 2 with the dogs, so they each got one. But I already planned on doing that. But this would definitely get me through where I'm not gonna be hungry first thing in the morning. I'll just have some coffee, a little bit of my cream, probably put some electrolytes in there and have my water with my electrolytes. And I probably won't be, I'm probably not going to take lunch. I'm probably just going to tell myself, nope, I'm not even taking lunch with me to work tomorrow. Not a punishment by no means. I just, I think I'm due for a nice fast, nice good 12, 16 hour fast. And I'm supposed to have a game tomorrow afternoon, but it's most likely to get rained out. I hope it gets rained out. I'm really 7th and 8th graders. Hey, I love that you're playing softball, but it's not always the best softball umpire. But hey, I love the sport. My daughter's been playing since she's little, and hey, girls love the game. I love umpiring. Even though it's not the best game, it's still fun watching girls play the sports they love. So hey, it is what it is. So I did do my weigh-in this week. You will see in a moment the scale is a different scale. I stepped on my scale yesterday morning and it showed me the weight, and before I could even take a picture, the battery died. So I did calibrate the 2 scales that I have at the beginning of the journey, and they were pretty much spot on. So the weight you're about to see was the same weight actually that I had on the original scale. So I'm not concerned about that. So just when you see the scale, I'm not pulling anything shady here because, it is what it is. But I know everyone's here to see my results. So here are the results for this week. I am weighing in at, and someday I'll get this little image just to show up instead of me like pausing. And then you see the weight of 217 pounds. So I am down 19 pounds from my start weight. We're almost at a 20-pound loss in less than 2 months. At first, that big weight loss was a lot of the water weight, but now my body is starting to use the energy or the stored fat. You know, I'm not fat adapted yet. I doubt it. But all those stored carbohydrates are starting to go down. If you remember, I wear my CGM, so I told you guys at the very beginning it was high, upper 200s constantly. For a couple of weeks, it wasn't barely moving down. Then I saw an adjustment again. It got lower. You know, I was getting down to the 150s. But again, slow, and then it started creeping down. But now this week, even after eating, my numbers have been either in the double digits, in the 90s, 80s, or even, you know, I mean, after I eat, I expect it to go up, but I really haven't seen a spike of it go over 130, which is great. That's fantastic being a type 2 diabetic. So I am well on my way now to reversing my diabetes, putting it into remission. People say you can't. Well, I tend to tell people I'm going to prove the impossible. I will get off my medications and stay off of them. I've done it once, and then I fell into bad habits. I've learned from that, and now it's time to, I got to shave this beard. I'm just seeing these little hairs here. I got to shave this. But no, I mean, you can reverse diabetes. Follow Jason Fung. If you're a diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and you don't think you can reverse your diabetes, if your doctor told you you're going to be on medication forever, you know, you don't have to do a carnivore diet. You can do a keto-ish diet. You know, cut down those carbs. Oh, excuse me. You know, you can reverse it. You can put your diabetes into remission, and I'm going to prove that. You know, yes, I want to get down to a better weight. I want to be healthier. I want to get off medications. And the only way I can ever do that is if I can stay strict. I can keep the junk food cut out. Like I said, I'm worried in a couple, you know, in July when we go away. Because I know we're going to the Cake Boss. We're going to that bakery, and I'm going to have stuff. But, you know, I'm going to have something, but it's going to be realistic. It's not going to be something, you know, I'm not going to eat the whole bakery. And one or two little things, bite of this, bite of that. But I'm already prepared for it. You know, it's roller coaster season. I got to make sure these inches are falling off. Can't keep this, you know, slim figure here, you know, eating junk. But, you know, my body is on the way of healing. And the proof of that is my blood sugars with my CGM are low now. That's how I know my body is using that stored sugar that's there. All that stored. I had so much built up from the abuse I did over the last few months before I started this diet. And it's great. So I can definitely feel it. And that's why I'm feeling more energized now. Yeah, I'm still not getting a ton of sleep, but I feel much more energized. And it's because my body's starting to use the last of the sugars that are stored and starting to use the fat there as a fuel. And that's how I lose the weight. Even without doing over a lot of exercising, my body's just going to have nothing else to use except for body fat. And that's the key to the ketogenic diet. You need your body to start using the fat. And when you eliminate the carbohydrates, you eliminate all that extra stuff that, you know, wasn't meant to be in our bodies. You know, that's where the trick lies. So now let's see. I mean, the weight's still going to do what it's going to do. If I'm stuck at this weight, if I gain a pound, my body says this is where my weight needs to be right now. I'm not worried about it. The results are getting there. So I want to thank you all as always for watching. You know, I appreciate everyone who watches the videos, shares comments, shares the video on their social media. You know, the videos, you can share them on Facebook, whatever you want. You know, if this is an inspiration to anyone out there who is going through the struggles that I do, you know, it can be done. You know, I get my cravings for some sweets and some soda, but, you know, I usually just have a drink or a sip of my coffee or flavored electrolyte, flavored water, and I get past it and I move on. I just get myself occupied and I forget all about it. So, you know, as always, you know, I appreciate your time. You know, I try to keep these videos pretty decent time, nothing too large or too long. Any questions, comments, please feel free. Always, I'm more than happy to answer questions. I know some people have reached out to me, and I appreciate it. As always, I hope everyone's making good choices. Be kind to each other. Go Bills.